A tornado touches down in Monroe County, leaving a path of damage in Dundee. We'll take a look at the destruction and its path.
After 2 days of intense storms here in Metro Detroit, are we finally done? Brandon is tracking cooler and calmer conditions to end our weekend.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News starts right now.
Good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Grant Herms.
And I'm Priya Mann. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News. The cleanup begins after the storms ripped through the village of Dundee yesterday.
An EF0 tornado touched down with wind speeds peaking at about 80 miles an hour. The National Weather Service says the twister formed around 11 Saturday morning in the area of Brewster and Petersburg roads. Officials say it traveled about 7.3 miles at the time it touched down. There was a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the area.
No one was hurt in the storm, but there was significant damage to the downtown area. Jacqueline Francis is here with a look at the destruction that tornado left behind.
When you're talking about 80-mile-an-hour winds, look no further than this stop sign broken right here at the base. If we cross the street towards this coffee shop, you'll see bricks covering the sidewalk. They had to board up the windows of their business. Again, this tornado tore through here just after 11 Saturday morning, and this really is the worst of the damage, which isn't that bad when you consider it was a tornado. Bending trees and blowing debris. This was the scene in Dundee late Saturday morning.
Well, most of the people around here, they weren't sure what it was. I mean, some people thought it was a tornado. Some people thought it was just wind shears.
The National Weather Service confirms it was an EF0 tornado with winds topping out at 80 miles an hour.
I had to use both my hands to shut the door, and as soon as I did that, I looked over and nothing but wind. I could see something up in the air flying. And then I seen all this wood coming down.
The village square got the brunt of the damage. Storefronts blown out and bricks blown off. According to the NWS, the tornado first touched down a few miles outside of town, taking down this line of trees. From there, it picked up speed, barreling into the downtown area where Mark Deming was asleep inside.
I just heard this tremendous noise, and I was wondering what was going on, so I looked out the window, and everybody's kind of running around, and then I look around the corner.
And saw this, the damage done in a matter of seconds. This business lost part of its roof, officials having to inspect neighboring buildings as well.
I'm trying to find out if it's okay to go back there or not, because nobody's told me yet.
Outside of the downtown area, we're told no one was displaced from their homes. A few people did lose power, though. We expect to see cleanup efforts here continue today. Reporting in Dundee, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Yeah, that damage left behind in Dundee was stunning, and the rain that we saw yesterday causing some troubles on the road with several lanes blocked or closed on I-75, 94, and 96.
We'll get to those in just a minute here, but first let's get over to our Brandon Ruin. Brandon, this morning the water on the roads are maybe icing today because we are just below freezing.
Yeah, and Priya brought it up earlier as well. A lot of frost on the windshield, some of that rain from the last couple of days, freezing in spots and becoming a problem on the roads. But over the last 48 hours, just to recap, most of the severe activity was south of I-94, and we still don't have the proper icon from the Storm Prediction Center about the storm reports. There were about 800 severe storm reports from Friday and Saturday morning across the country, including wind damage and, yeah, that tornado that was on the ground for about 7 miles near Dundee. Currently, downtown, we are seeing the clearing of skies about 10 minutes from sunrise, and we're seeing middle 20s with mostly calm winds, feeling a little bit cooler out there. And we're going to see some decent Sunday sunshine today, near 40 at noon, a high of 47. We do have a couple of days of wet weather ahead.
All right, thank you, Brandon. Michigan State Police investigating after a Wayne police officer shoots a man who police say was armed and made his way into the Fort Wayne stamping plant. This happened just after 7 last night in the parking lot of the plant on Van Born, that's near Wayne Road. Police say they were responding to reports of an armed man on the property. We're told the man pulled out his gun to officers, and one officer shot the man. That man was taken to the hospital and is in critical condition. No officers were injured.
Preparation is underway in New York to secure the Manhattan Criminal Court, where former President Donald Trump will appear on Tuesday. Right now, police are putting up barricades around the courthouse and road closures are expected. A grand jury indicted Trump last week. We know Trump is facing at least 30 different counts related to document fraud, but the specific charges are still a secret until the indictment is unsealed, likely Tuesday. The charges stem from an alleged 2016 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels just weeks before the 2016 election. Trump's attorney says the former president will not take any plea deal offered and continues to deny any wrongdoing.
An update to a story we brought you yesterday. The city of Detroit helping make the transition easier for returning citizens after prison. On Saturday, the city partnered with union carpenters and millwrights to host a returning citizens job fair. More than 100 people attended. The goal is to help those returning community members start out on the right path. Organizers say 32 people were hired on the spot yesterday.
This right here is actually fulfilling the promise to ensure that it's about correction, it's about rehabilitation, and it's not just punitive.
As a community, when we talk about embracing folks and giving them a true second chance, that involves creating an environment that's conducive for folks to thrive.
The resource fair also featured a presentation on Project Clean Slate, which is the city's expungement program.
Very cool to see.
Yeah, and 32 hires right there on the spot. Well, happening today, an all-day local shopping event's taking place at Eastern Market.
It's the All Things Detroit Day in Sheds 3, 4, and 5. It's a day filled with local shopping, food, and entertainment, and that is where our Megan Woods is this morning. Megan, you find anything good out there?
Yes, I have. I'm so glad you asked. This is now my new favorite journal. It says, of course, I talk to myself. Sometimes I need expert advice. And this is just one of the many journals they have here at Lincoln's Leather. I'm here with John and Mackenzie Lincoln. And John, how did you guys get involved with leather and, you know, some of these products?
Well, it started about in 2016 when we used to go to the Ren's Fair a lot, and there were some products there that we just didn't see available, so I started making a few things out of just hobbyist, scrap bag type stuff. And then all of a sudden, now that I invested a few dollars in tools and material, I had extra, made another item. Next thing I know, I got people calling me, asking me to make them things.
Wow.
From there, we're making all sorts of things, from holsters, knife sheaths. We do leather chest tables and boards and chest sets, flasks, journals. We do a little bit of everything. Our most popular item recently in the last few years is stacked leather pens.
Leather pens?
Yes. So what we do is, like old knife handles, it used to be, layers of leather. We make pens out using a similar method. We put it on a lathe, we turn them down, and we're one of the only people out there that we're aware of right now making leather pens.
And then you brought in your daughter, Mackenzie. And Mackenzie, how special is this to be a part of All Things Detroit with your dad?
I mean, All Things Detroit is a great event. I love Jennifer, of Ask Jennifer, and doing stuff with Dad. It just kind of made sense that he started a small business the year I started to go to school for small business. So when I graduated, it just made sense to join in with Dad.
And what are some of the reactions to your products here? The flasks, the, leather journals?
Lots of laughter to the flasks, and shock and awe to the pens because they're very unique.
Okay, so this is one of 200 businesses that will be here at Eastern Market from 11 to 4 today. Tickets are only $5 at the door, and we'll put that information on clickondetroit.com. Back to you.
So, Megan, we both spotted, I think that was a flask that said world's okayest boss. Do you think our boss might like that? Should we? There, Jim's going right there.
Yeah.
Take a look.
Yeah.
Maybe?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll take a poll.
You can give it to her.
Okay,
and
we'll give it
see
to our
how-
boss
yeah,
and
how it
see.
goes. But it's from all of us.
Oh, so you're going to put that on me.
There you go.
Right. Okay.
Just bring it for us. World's okayest boss. Thanks, Megan. Absolutely great finds. And of course, it's amazing talking to local vendors as well.
It's a great day for that.